Hi, so this is just a very brief update on secondaries, in particular cooking, with a little bit of first aid at the end as well. Now, the way cooking works is a little bit more interesting. I think they're trying to mirror the way you would learn to cook in real life, which is that you basically throw a load of things that you consider to be edible into a pan, heat them up, and hope that it's still edible, in fact, maybe even nicer at the end of it all. And a lot of the time, this doesn't work. You end up making something god awful, you give it to the dog turns its nose up at it. But every now and then, you make something that's actually quite nice. You've improved the ingredients. Well done. So then you think, I might make this again. I might even make it for other people. And they're trying to do this in Legion. So what you do is, obviously, we gather our crafting reagents, meat and fish and things like that from around the world. We get our meat from beasts and fish from fishing or from wherever else. We might just nick it. And then we go to the chef and we put in work orders with these materials. And then we come back after a certain amount of time. Not going to try and work out how long it is taking, because that could change for Legion. And sometimes you will just get burnt food back. Just straight off burnt food. It's gone wrong, as you would expect in most cases. You might get some materials back as well. Maybe you didn't use them all. But every now and then, when you put these work orders in, you come back, you might get a recipe. And I think this is sort of you having made something that's actually quite good. Now, the recipes themselves, there's the usual things that give you buffs, like mastery and haste and whatever. Now, there are different ranks with professions. I've mentioned this before. What the ranks do with cooking, what you might expect is the higher rank stuff gives you better stats or something. It doesn't. It just allows you to make more of them. So if you get rank 2, you can make... When you get rank 1, you something like might make 5 of the thing with a certain set of ingredients. When you get rank 2, you make 7. I'm not sure what it is for rank 3. I don't have any rank 3 patterns yet. But the other thing is, it's really quite interesting, is some of these buffs are useful not just for like raiding or PvP or, as might have been the case in the past, but for outside the world questing. We know that in Legion they want to make a real big show of questing out in the world. There's even NPC in Dalaran, Overlord Saurfang, who is telling you to go out there. He basically says to you, piss off out of this city, go out into the world. So we're very much going to be doing a lot of world questing. In fact, one of the things I've been doing this weekend is doing a lot of this, because there are a lot of them. And how awesome would it be to have some buffs from food that would make us good at that? So what do we want when we're out in the world to reduce downtime? Well, wouldn't it be really good if we could be a bit faster? There's some food that gives you a buff that allows you to have a little sprint when you've just killed something, so you can get to the next mob. Particularly useful for me as a Retribution Paladin. I mean, I've been on a quest where even an NPC has been telling me I'm going too slow.
Stay close. Where are you?
There's another one that gives you health regeneration. Let's say that's your thing, your downtime, because you haven't got effective self-healing or something like that. Well, there's one that gives you better health regeneration between pulls. Those are the ones I've got so far. Now, obviously what I'll be doing is, as more and more of these things coming in, as I find more and more, I will report back. But just wanted to give you an update on the way cooking is working. It sounds a bit more interesting, certainly. A lot of things to do with profession sound a lot more interesting. Now, when it comes to first aid, limited things I've found that are new so far. You still go to the trainer and learn how to do bandages and a couple of other things as well. And you make those from your cloth. But what I've been finding very recently is items with this new build, and you drop them, it gives you a quest, and it's a first aid quest, and it's like, well, take, say, 5 bandages or whatever, or go and help these people, some first aid related quest. The problem is, though, what it says is on the map, on the quest, it says, I've marked it on the map where you need to go. And it's not on the map. And I'm not silly. It might not be in the zone I happen to be in. I've looked at other zones as well. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not sure if that's just me. There have been quite a few of these quests bugged. You do get bugs. It's only just been put into the alpha. But the rewards that you get from them, they've tended to be like cloth, I suppose, to compensate you for the materials, as well as +5 first aid points. Now, they're interesting enough. I'm not sure that they're all that awesome myself. I mean, +5 first aid points. First aid is not the most difficult of professions to skill up. In fact, it's probably the easiest, if we're honest. So I'm not sure how useful that is. I'm not sure what it would give you differently, if anything, if you were at max first aiding. I've put no effort into doing that because, of course, we can't copy characters across yet. So the characters we're creating have like 0 skill in anything when we start it. I'm not leveling it all the way up to 700 and beyond. So that's all I've really got on that one. In terms of fishing, of course, to find if there is anything in non-fishing, which there could well be, I'd probably have to do some fishing to find out. It's not top of my priorities at the moment, I have to say. They have added a lot of level caps. They've allowed us to get to level cap. They've added a lot of stuff on that. I've got a video coming out later on to do with the world quests as well, so check that out. But that's the update on that one. As I get more updates on other professions, especially when we can get into Suramar City to report back on the other professions, then I'll update with those. But if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later.